if one creates wealth or creates great products and services, that is something that should be applauded. That is, we've effectively increased the standard of living of the country and perhaps of the world. And sometimes people will conflate or essentially think of consumption and wealth as the same thing, but they're obviously not the same thing.
Wealth is about how much value you create for others. Elon Musk said these words, and they're the foundation of a $571 billion empire. How did Musk turn this philosophy into world-changing companies? And more importantly, how can you apply this principle to your own life? Let's find out. Elon Musk began with something we use every day: online payments. Back in the late 90s, buying stuff on the internet was a real headache. You had to type in your credit card details every time. It was slow, annoying, and felt risky. What if someone stole your information? What if the website wasn't secure? Musk saw this problem and thought, there's got to be a better way. That's when he came up with the idea for X.com, which later became PayPal. The concept was simple: create a secure, easy way for people to pay online. Musk didn't just make a product, he solved a real problem for millions of people. PayPal made online shopping easier and safer. It changed how we buy and sell things on the internet. Suddenly, you could send money to anyone with just an email address. No more worrying about sharing your credit card details with every website you visited. PayPal made e-commerce accessible to small businesses and individuals. It opened up new possibilities for online marketplaces like eBay. In a way, it helped democratize online commerce, making it easier for anyone to participate in the digital economy. When PayPal was sold to eBay in 2002, Musk made a fortune. He could have retired then and there, but that's not what he did. Instead, he took that money and invested it in even bigger problems. You know why? Because for Musk, wealth isn't about how much money you have in the bank. It's about how much value you create for others. This philosophy would guide Musk's future ventures. It's why he didn't just settle for being a successful tech entrepreneur. It's why he went on to tackle even bigger challenges in transportation and space travel. But we're getting ahead of ourselves. The important thing to remember is that it all started with a simple idea: make online payments easier and safer for everyone. In 2004, Elon Musk invested in a little-known startup called Tesla. At that time, electric cars were seen as slow, weird-looking vehicles with limited range. But Musk had a different vision. He thought, what if we could make electric cars that people actually want to drive? Tesla set out to build an electric car that was fast, beautiful, and didn't pollute. In 2008, they released their first car, the Roadster. This thing could go from 0 to 60 in under 4 seconds and look like a sports car. It changed people's perceptions of what an electric car could be. But Tesla didn't stop there. In 2012, they launched the Model S. This wasn't just a good electric car. It was a great car, period. Consumer Reports gave it a near-perfect score. That's when the auto industry really started to take notice. Tesla's success wasn't without challenges. They faced production delays, skepticism from traditional automakers, and questions about the viability of their business model. But they persevered, continually pushing the boundaries of electric vehicle technology. One of Tesla's lesser-known innovations was their approach to software updates. They introduced over-the-air updates, allowing them to improve their car's performance and add new features without requiring owners to bring their vehicles to a dealership. This was a game-changer in the auto industry. Tesla's impact goes beyond just selling cars. They've been a driving force in the development of charging infrastructure, battery technology, and even solar energy. Their Gigafactories, massive facilities designed to produce batteries at scale, have helped drive down the cost of electric vehicles across the industry. The company's success has sparked a revolution in transportation. Now, every major car company is investing heavily in electric vehicles. Experts predict that by 2030, almost a third of all new cars sold will be electric. Tesla's story shows how innovation can transform an entire industry. By tackling the problem of sustainable transportation in a new way, they've not only created a successful company, but also accelerated the shift towards cleaner energy. It's a prime example of how solving big problems can lead to the creation of significant value and wealth. While Tesla was changing the game on the ground, Musk was already dreaming of the stars. Space travel was stuck in a rut. It was incredibly expensive, mostly controlled by governments, and hadn't really changed much since the Apollo missions. Musk looked at this situation and thought, we can do better. His idea was to make space travel cheaper and more accessible. When SpaceX started out, they were building rockets from scratch. And you know what? It wasn't easy. They failed. A lot. But Musk, he just kept going. The big breakthrough came with reusable rockets. Imagine if every time you took a flight, they threw away the entire plane. Sounds crazy, right? But that's basically what we were doing with rockets. SpaceX changed that. They developed rockets that could land themselves after launch. This reusable technology cut costs dramatically. Musk has said it could lower the cost of reaching space by a factor of 100 or more. That's a huge improvement that opens up new possibilities. More scientists can send experiments into space, more companies can launch satellites, and maybe one day, more of us could visit space ourselves. By 2021, SpaceX had achieved a record for the longest streak of successful orbital launches for a single rocket type. They completed 101 launches without a single failure. But Musk's vision goes even further. He's thinking about making humans a multi-planet species. It sounds crazy, but then again, so did electric cars that could outperform Ferraris. So how does all this relate to Musk's ideas about wealth? Well, it shows that for Musk, true wealth isn't about buying stuff. It's not about having the biggest house or the fanciest car. It's about pushing boundaries and creating new possibilities for humanity. SpaceX is a perfect example of this philosophy in action. Musk saw a problem and set out to solve it. He's creating value on a massive scale, opening up the entire universe for exploration and innovation. That's the distinction Musk makes between consumption and true wealth. Consumption is about what you can buy. True wealth, in Musk's view, is about what you can create. It's about the value you can add to the world. And with SpaceX, Musk is adding value not just to our world, but potentially to others as well. From rockets to neurons, Musk's vision of value creation keeps expanding. Neuralink, his brain-computer interface company, has made some pretty amazing breakthroughs. They've developed a brain implant that lets people with paralysis control devices using just their thoughts. There's this guy, Noland Arbaugh, who can play chess just by thinking about it. That's happening right now, not in some distant future. Musk's long-term vision for Neuralink goes beyond helping people with disabilities. He's talking about enhancing human cognition and even merging our minds with artificial intelligence. Can you imagine being able to download knowledge directly into your brain or communicate with others just by thinking? It's like your smartphone is already a kind of external brain, but Neuralink could make that connection way more direct. But Musk isn't doing this just to make cool tech. He's trying to change what humans are capable of. It's about pushing the boundaries of human potential. And that's pretty consistent with his approach to creating value. He's not looking for easy problems to solve. He's going after the biggest, most challenging issues facing humanity. So what can we learn from Musk's projects about creating both financial and societal value? Well, it seems like the biggest value comes from addressing humanity's biggest challenges. Whether it's sustainable transportation, making us a multi-planet species, or expanding human cognition, Musk's projects all aim to push humanity forward in big ways. It's a reminder that true wealth creation isn't just about filling your bank account. It's about making a lasting positive impact on the world. And sometimes that means taking on challenges that seem impossible at first glance. Here's the thing about Elon Musk and wealth. It's different from what you might expect. He's not about piling up cash like Scrooge McDuck. For Musk, wealth is about making a big impact, solving those huge problems that seem impossible at first glance. Look at what he's done. PayPal made online payments easier for millions. Tesla's pushing us towards sustainable transport. SpaceX is making space more accessible. And Neuralink, that's trying to expand what humans can do. Each of these tackles a massive challenge. Musk's lesson is pretty clear. If you want to create real wealth, look for the big problems. What's holding humanity back? What could push us forward? Those are the questions that lead to true value creation. The point is, start thinking big, because that's where real wealth and real impact comes from. It doesn't have to be as grand as colonizing Mars. Maybe it's something in your community or industry. But whatever it is, focus on solving significant problems. That's the path to creating wealth that truly matters.